Linus, you've mentioned in a few videos that it's important to never insult your fans. So what exactly was the Trust Me Bro shirt then? It felt very mocking. Love the show otherwise. Thanks.
I don't know. I guess from my point of view, I didn't think too much of the WAN show audience would be that off-put by it. And, maybe that was a swing and a miss for me, obviously, right? I thought that my track record of taking care of things was pretty clear. There were some things that I obviously didn't communicate very well. Like when I was talking about like the way that people misinterpreted what I was talking about with respect to like the warranty liability for like my family if I passed away or something like that. I wasn't actually concerned about the warranty liability. What I was concerned about was us coming up with a policy that made sense and was something that we could follow through on no matter what, and figuring out what mechanisms we needed in place. So what would that look like? Well, planning for the worst case scenario, like in the event of my death or something like that. Would that look like some kind of cache of backpacks and screwdrivers held by a third party in escrow or something? Like, I don't know. I just didn't know the solutions. As it was, all people wanted was a piece of paper that said this like standard boilerplate thing. And then the whole thing went away. And I'm looking at it going, that's meaningless. You know that, right? And so, yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. And I did a Trust Me Bro shirt. Like at the end of the day, all it came down to was my word. That was all you have now. That's all you ever had. And that's all you're ever going to have because I'm the director and primary shareholder of this company. So at the end of the day, if I decided to fold up shop and not honor anything, I could do that. And so you guys either do trust me or you don't. And it seems like for the most part, you do. Thank you. But yeah, the whole thing, in retrospect, I handled it extremely poorly. And it just felt kind of ridiculous to me the way that it blew up. When at the end of the day, nothing I ever said was actually incorrect. It was just upsetting. Sorry. That's my Canadian conclusion to the whole saga, I guess.
Okay, let's get some more curated in here. Hello, LLD. Staying up late to watch you from the European Union. What's your take on user benchmark? People will sometimes quote me their insanely wrong comparisons and anti-AMD propaganda that they take at face value.
Yeah, the lab's job is to make it so that sites like that don't exist anymore. There's another one that every time I try to compare like some laptop GPU to something, I always end up on this site and it's like worthless. It actually has no useful information whatsoever. I don't care how many stream processors it has. How fast does it go? And so the lab's goal is going to be to make a database that you can actually trust. Database of real data, not just a base. And that was based.
Bonkers.
Where's my bell? I've had at least a couple bells today. No, you don't have to do it.
So I've been slacking on the bell.
Yeah, it's fine. You've replied to a lot of merch messages.
Hey, Linus, Luke, and Dan. Luke, I saw Theo talking about how you're a great developer manager. This is positive.
Great.
Stop crying.
Wow.
I started my job as
I'm not crying. You're crying.
I started my job as a junior developer 4 months ago, and I was wondering if you have any advice for devs starting out.
Whoa, that's really broad. Wow. I don't know. Wait, he started a job? Is that what he said? So he has a job?
Yeah.
They have a job?
Yeah, he's been a junior developer for 4 months.
Okay. Been working for 4 months. I would check in with your leadership. I would check in with your direct report. And if there's a person above that you are able to comfortably talk to about this stuff, I would check in with them and just see what they think you could do better in order to advance to not being a junior anymore. And you've only been a junior for 4 months, so you're like probably not that close. So don't expect like, oh, it's gonna happen right now. But expect maybe some feedback of like, basically ask them what it would take in their eyes for you to advance to the next level, what you would need to be displaying consistently as a skill or whatever else to be able to get there, and work with them to grow internally. That's what I would suggest.
Hold on. Tarfeef 101 is still not getting the point over in Floatplane chat. If you got to close the company to not honor the warranty versus just decide not to but stay open because there's no warranty, then that's not the same. One is better. That's not what I said. What I said was we would need systems in place to ensure that whatever we promised would be honored, even if the company were closed. That's what I said. It was always, trust me, bro. It was always, we got this. We were always going to got this. We were never trying to get out of anything.
I remember that era very precisely because I remember a plan that I had to try to come up with some kill switch where I could close your chat boxes, because I was so tired of you reading chat and just like getting in fights with chat for entire streams. There was like at least a month there where that was like all that happened. I was like, this is so annoying. You're just getting baited into just everything.
But people still, they're still like, I'm not a perfect communicator. I don't claim to be. Yeah, maybe, you know what? Maybe we need to be under new management. Maybe they would do a better job. Maybe they wouldn't be reckless and die, and then you wouldn't have to worry about your warranty.
Badman-related injury.
Yeah.
Whole company goes under.
Oh, man.
I mean, look, you can't just eat an entire loaf of bread like that and then go exercise. You're going to keel over.
That's how you get cramps.
That's what my stupid doctor said before I fired him.
It's raisins.
Can't
It's got raisins in it.
tell
It's
me what to
frozen.
do.
It's fine.
There should be back and forth discourse. So I want to say that before I get into this. I'm not saying people shouldn't be critical or constructive, but it ties somewhat into the same concept that I brought up a billion times about the Blizzard press conferences.
Yeah.
Where like when people scream at the developers on stage because they say something that isn't PR great, that all that's going to lean into is them not putting devs on stage anymore.
Yeah. And
Same
also,
type of stuff.
we would have never had to do any of that stuff because Shadow Slayer puts this really well. Historically, though, not Linus, denying basically every warranty request is very viable as a scummy tactic. We wouldn't have to do anything. We would just have to deny warranty requests. It's that simple. And whether you have a written one or not, it doesn't really matter. You could just deny it. Because pretty much every warranty has legalese, cover your butt wording in it that allows you to just deny it at your sole discretion. That's life. No company is going to go under over a warranty issue. They will try to weasel out of it. Fortunately, we're in a position where our primary business is not making products. Still, our primary business is still creating content. So we wouldn't go under. That's why I said at the time, if every single one of them got returned, it would suck, but it wouldn't kill us. So we actually can afford, like this is like how I've talked about why the warranty and service situation is so bad in the tech industry, because the margins suck. It's actually not sustainable to offer the kind of service that some other industries do. Like when you buy a pair of, let's just pick on someone that I consider to be kind of overpriced. When you buy a pair of Lululemon pants, okay, Lululemon yoga pants, those freaking things cost. Well, yeah, I expect a no questions asked warranty on this thing because you could literally give me 6 of them for what I paid you.
Yeah.
By the time you've given me 3, you're still laughing all the way to the bank, right? Like, of course. They don't have that kind of margins in tech. So they tend to behave very, very differently. So we're kind of more like a Lululemon, where we don't actually make our money selling you backpacks. We certainly make money, but that's not how we make our living, I guess is what I should have said. So we can afford to take back every backpack if we really needed to. It's a very luxurious position because it allows us to behave in a way that's just not easy to compete with. The Trust Me Bro guarantee is freaking awesome. We got you. I mean, don't be a jerk about it, obviously, but we got you.
Yeah. Those customer support people are real people, and they're nice people, and they're cool people. Be nice to them.
I am never cremating another merch message.
Thank you.
I have learned my lesson.
Thank you.
We are moving on.
Appreciate it.
For Linus and Luke, what aspects of your job feel like work, and when does it feel like you are being paid to have fun?
I mean, really, I think the most fun thing for me is talking about the Trust Me Bro warranty.
I knew it. I knew that was going to happen. I was going to slip one into the merch message just to screw
It's
with
Luke's
Luke.
face that really is the best part.
I don't know who I should give it to. Do I upset Luke or do I let Linus upset Luke? I can never pick.
Oh my God. I just oh man. At this point, it wasn't even recent. It's over.
Oh, now Luke is doing it. What's fun about your job? Is it this? You don't seem to like this.
No, I actually really like WAN Show. I barely consider WAN Show work. The only portion of WAN Show that's work is I can't technically do other things because I do WAN Show. But I enjoy doing WAN Show. I don't want to stop doing WAN Show. We've had this conversation before. There have been points in time in the company's history where WAN Show was an anchor.
Yeah. A burden.
It was a huge waste of time. These days, not so much. It's doing a lot better. But there have been times where we're like, wow, if we look at this logically, we should really not do this thing anymore.
Yeah.
And we've kept it going because it's just sort of cool. I don't know.